yen in Swiss money market, we must first convert from yen into Swiss francs in the spot foreign exchange market. With the Swiss francs that we get, we invest in the Swiss money market, leaving the investment unhedged. At the end of the investment horizon, we convert from Swiss francs back into yen at the future spot exchange rate. When the forward exchange rate is an unbiased predictor of the future spot exchange rate, we know that the forward rate equals the conditional expectation of the future spot rate. Now, for example, at the 90-day maturity, we have equation number 1 because the current spot rate, which is S bracket T, is in the information set that is used to take the conditional expectation. We can divide by it on both sides of the above equation. Subtracting 1 from both sides gives us equation number 2. This equation states that the forward premium on the foreign currency equals the expected rate of appreciation of the foreign currency.
Covariance calculates the directional relationship between two assets written.
So moving on to problem number 1. So in the question, economists have forecast that the pound might either weaken relative to the dollar by 6% or they might strengthen against the dollar by 7%, and they have given us 8 possible changes in values that the pound can take, and we are expected to find the mean and standard deviation of the future spot exchange rate. And they have also mentioned that each of these percentage changes have an equally likely possibility to show up. So coming to the answer, first we calculate the probability of each of these possible values, and as they are equally likely to occur, we simply calculate that by dividing 1 by 8, where we get a probability of 0.13 for each event to occur. And then we move on to calculate the mean. So the mean has a very simple calculation. It's just basically the sum of events divided by the total number of events, and here the possible values are -7%, -5%, -3%, -1%, 0, 2%, 4%, and 6%. So we basically take a sum of that and divide it by 8, so we get a mean of -0.5%. And the expected future spot rate is 1 minus 1.005 into this spot rate given in the question. So we get $1.5766 per pound. So now we need to find the standard deviation, and as we all know that standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So first we need to find the variance, and we can do that by the help of this table, where the first column shows the probability of each event to occur, which we had calculated, that was 1 divided by 8, which gives you 0.13. The second column shows the returns that were given in the question. The third column shows the return minus the mean that we had calculated of minus 0.5, and the fourth column is the square of the return minus mean, and the fifth column is the expected value of the events to occur, which is calculated by the probability into the fourth column, that is return minus means whole square. So we take a sum of that column, the probability into return minus mean whole square, and we get a variance of 17.25. To find the standard deviation, we just simply square root the variance and we get a standard deviation of 4.15. The variance is the probability weighted average of the squared deviations of the possible realizations from their mean. Upon taking the average of the squared deviation of the realizations from the means, we find the standard deviation equal to 4.1533%. Because the standard deviation of the future exchange rate is the current exchange rate times the volatility of the rate of exchange, we find a volatility of the future exchange rate to be 4.1533% into the exchange rate given in the question, and we get an answer of $0.0658 per pound.
We are told that the beta is 1.5 and the expected return on the market portfolio in excess of the risk-free return is 7%. Therefore, the right hand is 10.5%. The difference between the expected spot rate and the forward rate is 10.5% of the current spot, or 10.5% into $1.55 per euro, which equals $0.16275 per euro. If we purchase 1 million euros forward, we have an expected gain of $0.16275 per euro into 1 million euros, which equals $162,750. This would result in an equilibrium, as the payoff on the forward purchase has a positive covariance with the return on the market portfolio. In this problem, as it has been observed in the financial crisis, the pound tends to weaken when the return on the market portfolio is down. Investors who have purchased pound forward dislike the element of forward contracts and demand a risk premium. Investors are willing to hold on to the negative beta asset despite the loss due to the insurance that comes with it.